Irony can be a powerful instrument for a poet aiming to reflect on the current state of humankind. Although some of the most notable poems were written more than 2 centuries ago, the poet's deep understanding of culture remains highly insightful. The movement from religion to science always has concerned writers and poets who discuss the consequences of abandoning the faith. Ironically, the described ramifications can be seen in modern-day reality, where technology has replaced religion. The poems Dover Beach and The Darkling Thrush are excellent examples of works that use literary devices to demonstrate humanity's loss of faithfulness and spirituality, which can be observed in contemporary mankind. Loss of faith following numerous scientific advancements is the core topic of Dover Beach, a poem written by Matthew Arnold. While describing the sea and its calm movement, the narrator reflects on the changes occurring in the Victorian era. Potentially, these transformations will lead to humankind abandoning the faith. As such, Arnold argues that religion was very prosperous in the previous ages, but it declined due to the rise of academic thought. This tendency is expressed in the words, "Sea of faith was once, too, at the full. However, the waves return to the sea, retreating to the breath of the night wind." Using this metaphor, Arnold illustrates that the world's interest in Christianity has begun to fade. The poet alludes to the years when the majority of humanity was highly religious and spiritual. The author further continues this idea, explaining that the future bears confused alarms of struggle and flight. Arnold proposes that the lack of faithfulness will lead to confusion and ignorance. Ironically, the poet also notes that the decline of spirituality is inevitable. The words begin and cease, and then again begin suggests the continuous flow of history. Therefore, mankind will always return to faith and abandon it, continuing a long-term cycle. Indeed, in contemporary times religion occupies only a small fraction of humankind's lives. While spirituality is slowly becoming obsolete, technology remains highly prominent. Similarly, the prediction that Christianity's recognition is dying can be found in The Darkling Thrush. The poem was written by Thomas Hardy, and it focuses on dark and isolated scenery. By describing a desolate landscape, the author alludes to the decline of Victorian culture. However, in this poem, religion's role is presented differently than in Dover Beach. Hardy views spirituality as a solution to cultural desolation, introducing a singing thrush. The bird indulges in a full-hearted evensong of joy unlimited. This activity is contrasted with the bleak, hopeless environment of the real world. For the author, the image of a happily singing thrush brings enjoyment. Furthermore, Hardy demonstrates the significance of the bird's happiness, proposing that it possesses hidden knowledge. The lines "there trembled through some blessed hope, whereof he knew" perfectly illustrate this idea. The thrush represents the power of religious faith and its capacity to reverse the cultural decline. Nevertheless, this image is ironic, as there was so little cause for carolings of such ecstatic sound. Such a depiction is a precise account of the current state of humanity. In the modern-day environment, religion continues to decline, losing its previous popularity. Although spirituality could improve mankind's cultural level and prevent desolation, it is still regarded as unfavorable. The use of metaphors, similes, and irony in Dover Beach and The Darkling Thrush further supports the main ideas of the poems. In Dover Beach, the sea depicts history's cyclic nature, leading to the ironic impossibility of reversing the religion's fall. The author also compares the sea, a metaphor for faith, to the folds of a bright girdle furled. The literary devices are also used in The Darkling Thrush, where the bird represents hope and religion while remaining ironically unaware of its reality. After that, Hardy compares the spirits of the world and himself, stating that both were fervorless. Everything you need for studies, essay samples, writing tools, and tips, you can find at studycorgi.com.